What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Punk Rock Radar. Today, we're finally doing what you've asked for, NOFX tier list, but the EPs. And yeah, we picked out 15 albums. We talked about it on stream. I know there's going to be people saying, what about this? What about this? What about this? But we've got 15, kind of 17. You'll find out why very shortly. But we've got the four of us here. All the way on the end, we have Discord Kingpin, Elliot, a.k.a. Ergoth. Next to him, we've got from DyingScene.com, Dylan, a.k.a. Screeching Bottle Rocket. And right next to me, we've got Hudson Valley hardcore legend, Mr. Lewis. So, guys, how are we feeling about this list? Lots of prep, lots of cramming went into this. So I feel like everybody's got a lot to say about these albums. But overall feelings about this tier list.
Easiest tier list.
I did not prepare at all.
It's the easiest. This is an easy one, man. I mean,
It's super easy.
I love when we do these bands that we all like. It's so fun.
Because I've already heard all of these songs, so it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Also, it's like it's kind of hard to rank EPs other than like the strength of the couple of songs that are original to it. So we're basically just going to be ranking our favorite songs. So for the most part,
my prep is just listening to this. That's it. I already know all these songs, so this was pretty easy. But,
my prep was listening to this in its entirety. So multiple times, back to back. I couldn't decide. It's so difficult.
Some masochism over there.
That's my next back tattoo. I get that whole thing on my back.
Well, let's get started. We've got a lot to rank, and we're condensing this first one here. We're gonna do 3 in 1. It's hard to really feel different about these. We've got what is it? People just call this NOFX 85, right?
Yeah, it's just a self-titled EP.
Then we've got So What If We're on Mystic, and then the PMRC Can Suck on This. So we'll just go in order. Elliot, if you want to take it first, what are your thoughts on this one?
Affection, not affection.
I mean, it's, I guess, kind of fun to listen to, like, where NoFX came from in the 80s stuff. It's just, like, really shitty 80s hardcore. It's going in the D tier. There's really not much more you could say about it. I mean, it's fun only for the fact that it is NoFX. If it wasn't, it'd be just a pretty forgettable. It probably wouldn't be talked about. It'd be thrown in on a collection somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
All right. What do you think, Dylan?
The dog shit. Shitty recording, shitty songs. Six Pack Girls is all right. I never listened to this.
I thought you said B at first. It came in funny.
Yeah, I really like Bang Gang. Definitely a sleeper hit.
Should get On Your Knuckles, Bang Gang.
Bang Gang, yeah.
That would be classy. All right, Lewis, what do you think?
I mean, this is not good. I mean, you know, Six Pack Girls is fine. I liked it on the live version better. I remember that I got the PMRC Could Suck on This from Fat Wreck or Interpunk when we were kids, you know, because it was like starting to collect 7s and stuff. And I was like, wow, this kind of sucks, you know, but just thinking, oh, these lyrics are funny. It's about crabs, you know? So, yeah, I mean,
I got crabs.
yeah, so bad. So, I mean, obviously NoFX became a much better band. Let's be grateful for that. And yeah, this firmly belongs in the D.
I think it's where they peaked, to be honest. So
yeah, I'm sure there's some asshole who thinks that. So.
Yeah,
some '80s elitist who's like, man, they used to be so good.
Used to be a hardcore band, so this fucking mass-produced nonsense.
Yeah, we're all feeling the same. I think PMRC is definitely the best out of these 3. Like some of it's like, I think Shut Up Already is a decent song.
Yeah, it's better on Liberal Animation though.
Yeah, this is. It's all right. Like you guys said, it's just like the origin story. That's really all it is. So it's a novel.
Gotta love On the Rag, a great, very progressive song.
I love On the Rag, yeah. So Vegetarian Mumbo Jumbo. I guess that's on Liberal Animation.
All right, we'll move on here. We'll have Dylan start us off with this next one. This is quite the gap between, right? We're at least three or 4 years. Somewhere.
Yeah, this was right before Ribbed, right?
This is 91, I think. So yeah.
Okay.
Dylan, Longest Line. What do you think?
At the end of the
Death of John Smith is great. The title song, obviously. Stranded's also really, yeah, S for this one.
S tier for
yeah.
damn. We get 3 in every tier. I always forget to say that.
Yes.
But Lewis, you're up. What do you think?
I am right there with Dylan. I mean, a lot of times people say following your dreams can lead to nightmares, but NoFX followed their dreams and actually became a pretty good band. And this album still rules. I think The Longest Line's obviously a classic. I love Stranded as well, and obviously Death of John Smith's really good. Yeah, this is a huge improvement, and still one of my favorite EPs of all time. I think it's awesome.
All right. So this is going to be the first thing that's different on like ranking number 7. I feel like this is a little bit overrated now. Like I think it's good. Like it's way better than this triple threat thing we've got going here. But I was somewhere in between A and B. I ended up in A. Like I think it's decent. I think The Longest Line is kind of a mediocre song after all these years. Like I don't really hear anything super special about it.
Blasphemy
Yeah,
here. Jeez Louise.
I don't know, man. There's not a lot of energy in The Longest Line. It's kind of
Three old weak milk and grapes are not the same. They're
Yeah.
not the same now.
I used to love this, but like some of the ones later on, I was like, I clearly like them better. So I'm gonna go A. But it's really like a B plus. It's probably my least favorite of my A's I'm gonna have. Elliot, can you restore a cred?
Yeah. Hi, we're NoFX. Boo ba doo 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 doo. Death of John Smith's like one of my favorite NoFX songs. This is an S tier, really easily. Kill All the White Man's a really good, funny NoFX song,
Yeah.
and probably one of the best El Jefe singing songs. So, it's a great ending. Stranded is really good as well. Longest Line is kind of shitty, but it's kind of charming how bad it is in a lot of ways.
It's iconic though. Like I mean,
It's
to me,
iconic.
I guess. I mean,
Yeah, it's like it's the first pop punk song ever written. So, in my opinion, it's all the
Was this
small
the
things
first-
before all the small things.
was this the full first record with El Jefe recorded on it?
Yes, I believe so. 'Cause,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's got to be, yeah. So this is
awesome.
after Ribbed, yeah. Okay, so Lewis, you're gonna be up next, and we're giving you. Some people are saying we shouldn't include this, which is whatever. We're doing NoFX. This was like our grail collecting these, man, back in high school. Do you remember?
I remember. Yeah, me and you were competing for it on eBay. I remember one time you got mad at me. So then at like the last minute, I felt bad. So I withdrew all my bids and you got it for cheaper. So that worked out, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, no effects, more like no talent. You know what I mean? No, but this is
Yes.
the drugs are good reference here. But, I mean, this is just 2 songs, and neither of them are particularly great. I mean, they're okay. I think just for the length and taking everything else out of it, I'm gonna put this one in C.
D tier.
Drugs are good. They like to do things that you know you're not should.
C tier.
C tier.
All right. Full disclosure, I don't have a list prepared. So I may be mulliganing some of these. So I actually like both of these songs.
Yeah, me too.
I like drugs are good way better than We Ain't Shit. I don't think We Ain't Shit's very good.
It's got a cool riff, but yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
But, yeah.
I think I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna put it right in the middle. I may move it later because I do like these tracks, and like, I mean, this is an EP tier list, so I don't feel bad lumping in kind of like tangible, intangible stuff, and like all the splatter variants are kind of cool. It was a cool gimmick. Like, who else was doing like that many splatter variants in 94, 95? Like, it was kind of cool. So it makes up for the terrible album cover. So I'm gonna go B.
I kind of like.
It
I
looks
think
like
the album cover is incredible, man. I love it.
It looks like
It's
it
so
could be like
stupid.
it looks like it looks like it could be a Midwest emo band album cover.
I love it, man. They met Don Ho. They just made an album called Ho FX. Like that's. I think the story of this EP is better than the EP itself.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, it has back cover written all over it for me. I don't.
Oh, for sure.
It definitely
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
It definitely does. It's not even back cover, inside the pamphlet.
Yeah, like
We've talked about how bad NoFX's album covers are, so this is par for the course.
Yeah.
all right. Elliot, what do you think?
I'm going right there with you. I'm going B tier, I believe. I like We Ain't Shit. I like Drugs Are Good. Both these songs are on this record. That's all I have to say.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go. Easy enough.
All right.
Probably A. The first song is one of my favorite NoFX songs. Is Drugs Are Good, not so much. So yeah, A.
I think Drugs Are Good is like so bad it's good in a lot of ways.
That's the way I
has a
feel
lot of
about
these.
it, yeah.
NoFX has a lot of these so bad they're good songs. Now some of them are just bad, like My Vagina.
No, I don't think it's a bad song. It's just not one of my favorite. I love We Ain't Shit though.
Yeah, We
Oh,
Ain't
man,
Shit.
that's weird. I really don't like that song, but like Drugs Are Good. I have such a connection with it because of the fucking thing with Howard Stern. I think that's
Yeah.
so funny. So
Shave your head and get a tattoo. You don't need talent, just need attitude. It's great.
Yeah, I
It's
love
the
that.
lyrics
It's
are
great
so
lyrics.
terrible.
Yeah.
It's so good.
all right, let's move on.
All right. Next one is gonna go to me, and this is kind of like cheating. Like these are EPs, but there's a shit ton of songs on these. So
Yeah, but they're like 5 seconds each.
I actually like
These ones.
almost all of these songs. So this is gonna be my first, I think, S tier. And
Nice.
I think it's funny, like I have the CD here, and you guys know like the lyrics to My Name's Bud have been like debated forever. We were gonna do like an episode about it. And the line that nobody knows, even in this, it's all question marks. So they're kind of, I don't know if they don't even know what it says or if that's kind of the lore now. But
Try to step down, step in the background, and then we're gonna make it a fun.
this is one of the first 7 inches I ever owned. I actually bought my record player to listen to this because back in whatever it was, 99,
couldn't listen to
2000, there was no other way to hear it. So, again, tangible, intangible is coming into play for me. So I think this was, my first 7 inch was, I think 39 Smooth from Hot Topic. And then I think
Nice.
this would have been like number 2 from either Interpunk or Fat. So I'm going S. Elliot, what do you think?
This is going in my A tier. I think this is a great. This is like an iconic NoFX EP. When you think of NoFX EP, this one comes up. I mean, these songs like circulate all their live shows. Some of these songs have been redone for their albums, like I'm Telling Tim and Murder the Government, Stranger Than Fiction. Eric Melvin versus PCP, a classic. Also, this was like, I believe, their kind of attempt to just go back to their almost like their 80s roots and just create like a bunch of purposely shitty songs, but they just became too talented because they just made a bunch of like kind of catchy, funny songs. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's A tier for me. What do you think, Dylan?
Also A for the same reasons you guys stated. A lot of fun, fast, short songs, and they accomplished what they set out to with "Fuck
Yep.
the Kids."
Hell yeah.
All right, Lewis.
It's not a phrase you shouldn't say out loud most of the time.
Yeah.
For any of us. What's it called? Yeah, I mean, a lot of these songs obviously are good and they made it onto full lengths. I'm there with you, John. A lot of nostalgia with this one too. I think the NoFX EPs were the first records that I owned.
Yeah.
Because they were putting out a lot of vinyl and I bought a record player to listen to them. I had that shitty old brown box that was like a 17-in-1 thing. It did CDs and tapes and vinyl. It's pretty fun. I think this one is inferior though to the one we're gonna talk about later in the list as a standalone record. So I'm gonna put this in A. I think it's a great EP that I have a lot of nostalgia for. So
Okay. Yeah, I agree with what you said, by the way. I think that's what I'm thinking of why I bought a table. But we are back to Elliot here with the this guy over here, Timmy the Turtle, is going to be next. So, only 2 tracks. What do you think, Elliot?
Okay.
Call it libertarian, 'cause we do as we please.
I don't. Timmy the Turtle, I don't really like. It's like a funny song to be on a collection of like 45, 46. And the plan is also not a particularly standout NoFX song to me. I know some people think it's really good, but I don't particularly care for it that much. It's not bad. It's not amazing. So, two kind of mediocre songs just going into C tier. So,
C tier. Man, I thought the plan is a banger, but we'll get there. Dylan, what do you think?
Plan is a banger. But yeah, Timmy the Turtle drags it down a little bit.
Yeah,
Um,
the plan's better than
Uh,
Timmy the
oh.
Turtle. I'll say that. All
it's
right?
way better
Yeah.
than Timmy the Turtle.
not gonna.
they have this habit of making like the B side on these things way better than the title track. I'll put it in B though, off the strength of the plan.
It's B tier. Lewis, what do you think?
Well, call me libertarian because I do what I
Yes.
please, and I'm gonna put this
Yeah.
one in the C tier. Yeah, I mean it's okay. I mean I think the plan's okay. Timmy the Turtle sucks. I mean
Mm-hmm.
I think of this one as like a sister record to Pods and Gods or whatever. I think because they came around at the same time, right? And
Yeah.
I always listen to Pods and Gods on the record player over this one. So and we're not talking about Pods and Gods.
Yeah,
this would
for
be my only
some
chance to
reason.
do it. So yeah, whatever.
It was
Well-
decided. It was decided collectively.
Well, without Pods and Gods here, this is going in the C tier. It's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like Pods and Gods because it had Dinosaurs Will Die, right? It was like just a single.
Is it electricity on there or no?
No, I don't know. Where did Electricity come from? I think was that Electricity a Punkorama song
I
or
don't
a fat
think-
music for fat?
I don't know.
people
I
song?
mean, now that we're like I'm thinking about this, like having Timmy Turtle and not Pods and Gods kind of
Pods and
makes
Gods.
no sense.
These are both non-album songs though. That I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, Pods and Gods had dinosaurs, but I mean, Pods and Gods wouldn't go very high for
Yeah.
me either.
I feel
So
this. Yeah, it's the same.
It'd be the same as Timmy the Turtle.
It
so-
had What's the Matter with Parents today? was
That's
the
what-
B
Oh,
side.
that's right. That's
Okay,
right.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
But it's
Uh,
fine. It's fine.
Yeah. What were you? Where are you putting Timmy the Turtle, John? The Plan, one of your top 5 NoFX songs.
I really do like the. I love the boom new into the verses.
Yeah.
But Timmy the Turtle sucks. It really sucks.
Yeah,
No, no,
it's
no,
not-
no, 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 no.
Like,
Timmy the Turtle.
like Timmy the Turtle is probably the worst NoFX song from like 91 through 2006.
It's like top 10
Oh, it's-
easily. Top 10
yeah,
worst
for sure,
NoFX
yeah.
song. The list coming soon. No, I was kidding.
so I'll go C, but like the
Nice.
plan rips, man. That's a really good song.
I think it's pretty decent.
So we're going back to Dylan, who's got like a very this one. If anybody's different, I'm gonna be really surprised. But we got the Decline, which was on the list, off the list, on the list, off the list. It's here. It's got to be here. So Dylan, what do you think?
He's being different. I can see it in his face.
Yeah.
What's going on, Dylan?
bro, I told you should have just had a free space for it. I mean, obviously it's S tier. I personally don't think it's fair to compare against other stuff on here.
Mhm.
It's where
Yeah.
else would we put it though? So and other people were saying we should put it on here too. So is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, this is. I don't know. This is the only long song that like doesn't get boring. Like any other song that's like 5+ minutes long, like I'm probably gonna opt out at some point. But I mean, obviously, it's a bunch of songs like collected into one with like these transitionary things going on. But yeah, it's a pretty obvious S tier.
Definitely.
What do you think, Lewis?
Yeah, I mean, I think to the point of Dylan's thing about the 5 different songs jammed together. I mean, I do agree with that, but I love that the recurring themes that go throughout it and bridge them all together.
Yeah, it does
it's-
cycle back towards the
it's
end, doesn't it?
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the album that really changed my opinion on NoFX. Like when I was younger, I was like, really, it had to be like political if I was gonna like it. Like when I was a youngin, and then
Yeah.
I listened to this finally, and I was like, oh, they're not just a silly band; they're pretty good. And
Young libertarian Lewis.
yeah, but this album really opened a lot for me. I mean, I still think it's one of the best punk songs ever written. I think it's just I think this EP I don't think many bands can even compare to it. So I'm going firmly in the S tier. This is a magnum opus of NoFX. So
Definitely.
So I remember that conversation. So like, we'll rewind back to the year 2000, I think. And Lewis's favorite band was Bad Religion, I think, right? And my favorite band was NoFX.
Oh, Pennywise.
And we always used to bicker. And I remember that Lewis would always say, like, John, imagine NoFX didn't write only joke songs. I remember that's what he used to say. I was like, that's what I like. But yeah, this is the greatest punk song ever written. So it's S tier. It's 100% S tier. And I already said I gave points for the whole effects packaging. The half clear CD is like, I remember when I got that, I was like, this is the coolest CD I've ever seen. So S packaging.
There's actually a
S
name
song.
for it. Discog says it's called a Mini Max CD.
There you go,
Okay.
Mini Max. Jeopardy
Audiophile
question.
This is
in the
good.
house.
This is also good NoFX album art. This
Yes.
one,
Oh, yeah.
This one's
I think
good.
this one rules. So
Yeah, this could be like a Bad Religion album cover if it was
true. It does remind me of Bad Religion a lot.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
album's so good, so good.
Well, this would be in my D tier, but Clams Have Feelings Too really elevates it all the way up to S tier. So the Decline has to be in. I actually had no clue this was packaged with Clams Have Feeling Too up until we did this. I
It's
only
just the
knew it as
vinyl, right? I think just the vinyl.
It's just the
just
vinyl.
the
I don't think it's
vinyl?
on this. It's not on the CD. I think
It's
Yeah,
honestly
only on the
super
vinyl.
funny that you'd flip it over.
I don't-
and it would be Clams.
I don't know
Have
why they even
Feelings Too.
bothered. They could have saved some money just not pressing anything on the second side of the album the record.
They
This
probably
is-
would have did it in Boston or something.
Yeah. I mean, everything everyone said. This is like an amazing NoFX song. Also, I feel like this is peak NoFX as well. I feel like after the Decline, I don't think they did anything near as good as this afterwards. So, in my opinion, but
It's a hard act to follow.
a hard act to follow. So, I believe after the Decline, they went into decline, a slight decline, and then a major decline. So, I know
I kind of
Pump Up the
disagree,
Value.
but it's a very good record.
Yeah.
We'll
Pump the
talk
Volume's
about
the
it when
best
we do the
NoFX
albums.
record, but no worries.
And
All right. Well, Lewis, you are up next now, and the album is going to be Bottles to the Ground.
Never first or second place. I won't ever run your red race.
Yeah, I mean, this is a weird one for me to rank. It's just because like I felt like it was kind of in that gamble of like we have a lot of other album songs on here, but I'm just judging this purely on the songs of this one. This
was also released before Pump Up the Value.
yeah, I know.
I think it was
I
after.
mean, this is
I think it was actually because I remember I said that
Oh,
in the
was it
NoFX tier
after?
list, and then somebody
fucked up.
Yeah, somebody ripped on me. I think it's
Oh,
right
well,
after Pump Up the Value.
A commenter is probably going to respond with a. Oh, actually,
I got
very
you.
sad.
I got you.
I think when I was researching this stuff and like when this one came out, I saw the thing on Epitaph and they said this was supposed to come out before and then something happened with manufacturing and it came out after or something like that, right? So
Okay.
I think if I remember it. But yeah, I mean, a lot of these songs are all timers too for them. So I mean, Dinosaurs Will Die is like one of the greatest NoFX songs ever. Bottles to the Ground is one of my favorite. These are songs that are off of my favorite NoFX album. In this scope, I'm gonna give it an A. It's great, and extra points for the album cover as well. I love the dolls.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm going right with Lewis. I've said it, and Lewis and I both feel the same way. It could just be like our age coming into play, but like coming off Pump Up the Volume, which is both of our favorite records, like we're just thirsty, you know what I mean? And then it's got 2 songs from there, but like I think Lower is a pretty good song. Like I think if you came into NoFX later on and it's kind of mediocre, but like coming straight off of Pump Up the Volume and you're like thirsty for more, and you get Lower, which is kind of in the same vein of like Marijuana or Total Bummer. I think it's pretty good. And then My Name is Bud, I really like it. So, and the album art, I don't know what it is about these dolls, but I just like them.
I like them too.
So yeah, I'm gonna go.
I think
A.
Lower. Oh, sorry. I think Lower. I think when I read the thing, that was actually supposed to be on Pump, and then they replaced it either I think with Total Bummer.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense, right? So yeah.
Yeah, Lower's a great NoFX song. So, I mean, this is like 4 pretty solid NoFX songs. I mean, I don't want to take credit off of it for like having songs similar to the album. So I guess there's not much of a like revisibility with this one, but it's still like a super solid EP. And if I had 4 A slots, it'd be A, but I don't, so it's going in the B next to NOFX. So, but it's still a great EP.
What do you think, Dylan?
So My Name Is Bud was on Fuck the Kids, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was.
So this only has one song that's unique to the EP itself. So I'm gonna dock some points for that. I do think Lower's a great song though. But you have 2 album tracks, an old song, and then the one that's I guess at the time was exclusive to this. Um, so spots are at a premium here. I'll put it in B. Um, I will say I think Lower should have been on Valium over maybe like Stranger Than Fishing or
Or My
Clams or
Vagina.
something, you know. I think that deserved a spot on the album over some of the stuff that was on there.
Definitely.
Definitely over My Vagina. That song sucks. But.
Yeah.
It's
There's
like
a
my
few
least
songs I think
favorite
it could've-
NoFX song. I hate that song so much with a passion.
I mean, I thought it was funny when I was a kid, and now
You're
it's
like
just
12.
Like, this is-
You said vagina.
Yeah, it's-
You're listening to it. You're
yeah, I
like,
was like,
I don't really wanna
I
eat
like
your-
that. I can't wait to see one in real life. Yeah, they were. I was like, I hope it is as good as the song describes it. No, but no.
I hope it's on Fat Mike too. No, I'm kidding.
No, yeah, it's a stupid song. We'll talk about that when we get to Valium.
Yeah. All right.
Man.
Back to me. I got the 2 cheat ones first, but so this is the one. I was wrong. I'm misremembering. This is the one I bought my record player to listen to. I saw that they had like, I didn't number these, but somewhere between 12 and 14 songs, I would say. And they're all pretty good. Like Juice had, I don't know why 3 on Speed is written like that. Let's see. Party Enema is really good. Go to Work Wasted, Woe and the Woes. These are like all pretty good songs. Like if they like fleshed all these out a little more and made a full length, it would be like pretty high on my list. So this is my last S tier.
Yeah, these could all end up on Wolves and Wolves clothing. They just tweaked them a little bit.
Yeah, S tier.
Yeah, this is a really good, a classic NoFX EP as well. Juice Head, super fun. Talking About Yo Mama, classic NoFX song. Party Enema is like an actual song.
Awesome.
Can't Get the Stink Out, Go to Work Wasted. Woe and the Woes is super great. Between AFI and The Offspring, I don't think we need anyone else to sing. A tier, right with Fuck the Kids.
Wow.
So, but probably
Wow.
higher than Fuck the
Yeah,
Kids.
what more could
but-
you want out of an EP, man? Come on.
Well, you want me to put it in S? You gonna bully me here?
All right.
As far as EPs go, I mean, geez, what's
I
that
have
last
another
one
one I
gonna
like
be?
more. I have another one I like more. You know what? Move the decline down. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. Let's get,
Dude,
go ahead, Dylan.
dude, Stepmom's a Dom isn't in here. I don't know what you're waiting for.
It's going up. It is in there. It's going up. Oh, it's not. You didn't put it on smoke extinguisher. Whatever. Dylan, what do you think of Surfer?
Yes. So we took a minor break there. I was not sure what was coming after this. Elliot reminded me. I'm gonna declare this is the last great NoFX EP, and I'm gonna finish off my S tier here with Surfer.
All right, so we got SSA, and it is on Lewis. What do you think?
Well, let's go ahead and take up that last S spot. Classic songs, all have been mentioned already. One of the early 7 inches I got. Obviously, I love the references to Bad Religion. I thought this was like the funniest album cover of all time when
Yeah.
I saw it.
It's a great one.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, this is a 10 out of 10 EP, and this was my favorite. I mean, this is my favorite part of 45 or 46. Like getting to hear these on CD, you know, it was so awesome. So yeah, man, S tier all day. Love this record.
Yeah, thanks for shouting out the album more. I forgot to mention it. It is amazing.
It is called Surfer. and
Yeah.
it's referencing Suffer, and they look the same.
Really? I
I
never knew that. Thank you.
There's a lot of layers going on. It's a great album cover.
All right, Elliot. Speaking of like weird choices to get on this list, this is one, but idiots are taking over. What do you think
Um,
here?
Rationale of an atom bomb. Consequence of a motherfucker.
You think it's weird?
I mean,
It is an EP. It
It's
came
mixed
out
for gaining
before Arism, right?
unconsciousness.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, I screwed this up. I screwed up
No, it's okay.
I screwed up the track list.
And no, it starts with Mediocre, and then it ends with the War and Airism commercial. This is going in my B tier. It's got some good songs on it. Hardcore 84 is a fun song, but it's nothing particularly special. And I don't, the commercial is like a fine, funny thing to end it on, but I would never listen to the CP.
What's the track list? Since I apparently was listening to the wrong thing.
Mediocre, Idiots Are Taking Over, Franco and American, Hardcore 84, and then the War on Airism commercial.
What
Gabba
did I-
gabba hey!
Yeah.
Sorry.
Gabba gabba, hey, punk rockers!
All right, Dylan, what do you think of this thing?
Is the what's that one song? What's the fuck? What was it? The one that I put in the guess the song and you didn't.
I
I
mean,
don't remember.
Hardcore 84 is the only original track. on this.
Codependence Day, is that not on here?
No, that's
No,
on
that's on the
Xmas
Cookie the
has
Clown
been
EP.
X.
Cookie the Clown, yeah.
Oh
Or-
yes.
Maybe.
This will be my first C tier, just because it's mostly album tracks, and I don't believe I've listened to this as a standalone release ever.
All right, Lewis, I know we own this back in the day, so I know you've listened to it. What do you think?
Absolutely. You know, I think I'm giving this one a higher. And maybe it's situational, but this really got me excited for the record, you know? And I really, I know some people feel weird, like don't love War and Airism, I guess, or some people don't think it's as good, or some of the songs are dumb, but I love every song on this record, I think, and I really like Hardcore 84. I think it's a really good non-album track. I'm going to give this one my other A tier. I mean, it's kind of in the same spirit of the Bottles to the Ground for me. I mean, they were hype EPs, and I like all the songs, so I'm gonna give it to them.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. I really like Hardcore 84. Like it's like I guess kind of closest to the Pump Up the Volume track, like the dual.
Exactly. I was thinking
vocals,
of that. Yeah.
And
Such a good song too.
I love when they do the dual vocal thing. The commercial's hilarious, but then we've got the album tracks. I never really cared much for Franco and American. Idiots Are Taking Over is a really good song. I think I'm gonna go. Shit, I should have done this in advance. I know I'm gonna mess this up.
It's not that important of an EP.
To me, it's
We're running out of good ones though, so that's why I
Yeah.
gave it to A.
No, there's a better one.
Oh, I don't know about that, but
I think it's better.
I'll go B. It's definitely not.
that's good.
What is my A gonna be? Well, we'll get there when we get there. So who's up next? Dylan is up next, right?
Where was Johnny Music? What was that on? I can't remember. You know that one?
Johnny Music.
Rock Against Bush.
Was that Rock Against
yeah,
Bush?
I think
Okay.
it was. Yeah.
For some
that
reason, I
song
thought
is
it was on
incredible.
this, but it wasn't. So
Johnny Music
remember.
is one of my favorite NoFX.
Yeah.
non-album
it's a
tracks.
great song.
Yeah.
All right, so this is gonna go to Dylan. Never trust a hippie.
Mother Mary, baby, rock and roll, rock and roll.
Right? Am I going in the right order? I don't
well-
know anymore.
Yeah,
It is-
the
I
track
think-
list is good on this one.
I think the best song on here is Triple Rock, which is on Wolves. So I think Golden Boys is pretty good. Isn't it a cover though? I could be
It's a
wrong.
cover of I want to say the Germs. I'm not 100% though.
Okay.
I have to look.
Golden Boys is pretty good. Moderation's also good. You're wrong. I could live without. I'll put this one in the C tier as well.
C tier for Never Trust a Hippie. Lewis, what do you think of this one?
Actually, this one's gonna be my first B.
You got a lot of B's.
Bees. Oh no, that's my first bee, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Oh, you got a lot of
yeah.
bees open. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I mean, obviously, lots of good songs. I mean, "See the Double with the Triple Rock" is like one of the best NoFX songs, at least per listens, per capita, whatever. I really do like the Marxist Brothers. I think that's a fun song. Very feels a lot different than a lot of NoFX songs. I think it's kind of fun. I like the digs at propaganda in that one as well. Um, Golden Boys is fine. I like that was probably one of the tracks off of the 7 Inch of the Month Club that I liked the most, I guess. It was on the hot dog picture disc of the hot dogs having sex, right? I think I have the picture disc somewhere. Uh yeah, it's fine. It's a good one. I don't really like the latter half of this record. I don't like You're Wrong. I don't go to hell for this one or Everything in Moderation really. So yeah, B.
I like this one. I mean, seeing Double with the Triple Rock, you could dock them for being an album track. Marxist Brothers
Has 3 originals though.
Yeah.
4 originals, which is more than Regaining.
I really like Golden Boys. I think Golden Boys rocks, and you're right, it is a Germs cover.
Yeah.
I like Everything in Moderation. I'm going to hell for this one is probably the weak one on here. I remember actually I have like a little anecdote for this one. I remember that this came out like 3 days after I had hernia surgery for lifting my amp up onto the stage at the Chance. So I just sat in bed with my Discman and listened to this for a couple of days while I recovered. So I've got a little bit of memories for it. I'm gonna go A on this one actually. I like this one. I like Never Trust a Hippie, and it's got badass album art. It's a little
Yeah.
goofy,
NoFX
but I like it.
NoFX has better EP album art than they do like normal album art. Like that's like if this was the Wolves album art, if Wolves was called Never Trust a Hippie, that'd be a fire. That'd be a fire album cover. Like,
I think so too.
yeah.
When the fuck did you hoist your amp up on the Chance stage? I don't remember, John. I remember I used to do a lot of the hoisting because I was the fat guy.
It was the day that that Mike went to get those puppies and was late for the show.
Oh, okay.
So we were like rushing, and I just threw it up on the stage. Yeah, and I popped the hernia, which was super fun to play a show right after that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Never trust the Czechoslovakian.
Yeah.
That's our
all right,
Well,
Elliot, what do you think?
This might be nostalgia talking, but I fucking love this EP. I love the album cover. Everything in Moderation, especially Moderation, is one of the best NoFX songs. I think it's absolute banger. You're Wrong. It's definitely dated and a little cringe, but
Yeah.
I love
So
Never Trust
cringe.
a Hippie. And this is one of my first NoFX T-shirts. I remember wearing this all the time. I wore it out until the armpits had holes in them, and then I turned it into a tank top, and it looked terrible. This is going in my S tier. I don't know if it's
God.
nostalgia. I don't know if it's nostalgia, but I love this one. I think it's a fucking great one. So to me, this is always when I think of NoFX EP, I always think of this one. But that's probably just my age and when I started getting into them.
Yeah.
Lord Elliot, Edge Lord Elliot wearing his Jesus shirt, faking out the normies.
I had to hide it from my parents.
That
Remember,
They
John's
threw
mom
away my
threw
Bad
away-
Religion.
yeah.
shirt.
So
Yeah.
my mom. So that was an Against Me shirt actually. We went to the Fat
was,
Wreck. It was Fat Wreck night at BB King's House of Blues. This was 2003. Rise Against, Anti-Flag, and Against Me. And Against Me had a shirt that said, "Hey George W, fuck you and your daddy." And I was still living at home. I was a teenager, so my mom did my laundry, and I wore the shirt once, and she decided to turn it into her new dish rag. And I remember like I went downstairs and I saw it cut up on the counter, but I could still see George W's face on the dish rag, and that was the end of that shirt. She's like, "Yeah,
I don't know what happened to that shirt.
she's like, you're not wearing this shirt, you still live in my house." So yeah, I'm with you, man. The hiding. You're not a punk if you didn't hide your t-shirts from your
You had
parents.
to hide your T-shirts from your parents and my
I remember
CDs.
I have this distinct memory of John walking around high school with duct tape over a Lars Fredrickson and the Bastards
Yeah.
t-shirt. They
Oh,
made him
over
put a
the
piece of duct
Bastards
tape
part?
over
Yeah.
the Bastards. So it just had Lars Fredrickson and then like him standing there and it said duct tape.
Yeah, Lars Fredrickson and that was the band
It's
name.
funny. Yeah, it's great.
Well, Dylan, do you have any stories with this EP? Did you have to hide this EP from your parents? And where are you ranking it?
Oh, he ranked it already.
I already
He was
have it.
first.
He put it in C tier? When did that happen? I missed that.
10
Yeah,
minutes
we're-
ago.
That's crazy. C tier? Wild. All right. Next one then. I'm sorry.
There we go. Yeah, it's on Lewis. Koki the Clown.
Greetings, all, hello. Welcome to my show.
Yeah, Koki. Let me see where I put it at my notes here. I gave this one into the B. I think Koki's a fun song. I don't really like the other tracks, but I kind of like the concept, and I really like the video for Koki the Clown. I thought
Yeah.
that was funny when it came out. I do find this album art to be very good too, even if
Yeah.
You're missing some tracks on it as well. You're
There's-
missing Fermented
what else
and
is on there?
Flailing. Fermented
Oh,
and Flailing and Might
yeah.
Work in Your Acoustic. So,
Shoot, man.
What's the last one? Sorry.
Might Work in Your Acoustic.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I did these
I
with
like I like that song Electric.
I did these with the 7-inch box set, so I think that's why it's all screwed up.
It's all
I was
good.
typing them all up real fast.
I'm here to correct
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
This one feels like a solid B to me. I mean, it maybe could go into C depending because I don't think many of the songs are that strong. I hate Straight Outta Massachusetts. I think it's a dumb song. I don't like Codependence Day much either. But I think Koki's fun, and I like what they were doing with it. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a B.
What are the others? Fermented and Flailing is the other one.
Fermented and Flailing and Might Work in Your Acoustic. So,
Okay, I
and
like.
Codependence Day is a banger.
Yeah,
That's what you're talking
Codependence Day is good. Straight Outta Massachusetts. It would have been fine if it was like on like Surfer, like if it was like 30 seconds, but it goes on really long.
Oh, that's so long.
Yeah.
I don't think I like Codependence Day that much. I gotta maybe listen to it again, but I mean, I don't. It never really connected with me.
It's got a great little riff that
Yeah.
In the beginning too.
Is that this is not
like
a test.
I like riffs,
It
but-
starts off like this is your a test of your endurance. That's Codependence Day, right?
I
No,
think
that's
maybe.
Fermented and Flailing. Okay,
That's Fermented
I'm
and Flailing.
getting them mixed
Yeah,
up.
Fermented and Flailing is also a banger. I
Yeah.
love that song.
Yeah, this is good, and I like Koki the
Yeah.
Clown a lot too. This song.
I do, yeah. Straight Outta Massachusetts, like the only weak one. But there's a sweet video of NoFX playing that song for his daughter. So it's always kind of nice if you
Shoot. This feels
care
like an
about
A. This
videos
feels like
like
A
that.
for me. I don't have a choice. This would be my fourth A.
yeah.
Damn it. It's really close between Hippie and this one. It's like neck and neck, but I'll just commit. I've committed this far, so I'm gonna go B also. Elliot, what do you think?
This is going to my A.
Yeah.
I think there's songs on here that could have replaced some of the weaker songs on Coaster and made Coaster a much stronger album. I think
Oh,
Codependence
get out
Day-
of here with that
I
blasphemy.
think I think Codependence Day is a banger. I think Fermented and Flailing is probably a better song than almost vast majority of the tracks that are on Coaster. I think Koki the Clown is a fun song. The music video is iconic. Straight Outta Massachusetts, take it or leave it. My Orphan Your Acoustic, it's fine, but I think it's those three songs and the strength of those three are really good.
What's
So-
Wake up, sheeple. Coaster is amazing. That's all I'm gonna say
yeah,
about
what's-
that to your comments before.
I mean, like, what are the weak songs on Coaster?
Best Gun Show can get scrapped for Fermented and
Oh,
Flailing.
first call.
I Am an
first-
Alcoholic
Yeah,
can
yeah,
get
yeah.
scrapped for Codependence Day.
Okay.
What I have to look through it. I know you really like Eddie Bruce and Paul. I'm not super big on that one. It was like a
Dude.
top 5 song for you. Which
I
is crazy.
love Eddie Bruce and Paul, man. That is such a great song.
It's not bad. I wouldn't replace it. But it's just
Yeah.
kind of. But yeah,
Tegan
at
and
least
Sarah.
two I think off the top of my head are Best God and Show and I Am an Alcoholic. And I think,
Kind of like Best God and Show.
Yeah,
man.
me too.
It's not
I like
bad.
that too.
Blasphemy, the Victim is Crime is
I like that one too.
it could probably
So do
go
I.
as well. Last Call can stay. I like that one. So
All right.
all right, Dylan.
The last day, Codependence Day is a great song.
Yeah, you're smoking
Um,
crack,
so-
Lewis. No kidding.
Maybe I gotta listen to it again. I mean, I'm just not getting
good, dude.
I'm not getting
Sorry,
it.
sorry to interrupt, Dylan. Go ahead.
That's fine. It's A.
A tier for
Alright.
Dylan.
That's
And
nice one. Yeah.
let's see. What do we got next? So this is back to me. Okay, this thing. Man,
This thing.
I remember like when this came out, people like liked it from what I recall. Like in this came on.
Yeah, it was pretty well praised. I remember.
It was like a splatter, and then there was a black one, and then I think there was 3, and I bought all 3. I was in the height of my vinyl craze that thankfully I'm kind of out of. I'm getting back into it now. But I never really liked this. It's what, 7 covers and 1 original.
What's the original?
This one, I don't know if it has a name, but it's 1,
Oh,
2,
it's just
3,
it's just
4.
untitled original.
Yeah, track
Okay.
6, I think. I don't really like this one. So, what's left? Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna go. I guess I'll go C. There's definitely ones I like less
Yeah.
than this one. So yeah, I'm gonna go C tier. What do you think, Elliot?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. C tier. This is a like revamped, improved. So what if we're on Mystic or something like that? Like they're all just covers of 80 hardcore sounds. I like the production on it. I think
Yeah.
it sounds really good, but it's not gonna beat any of like the iconic NoFX records. I think it's better than Timmy the Turtle at least. So, but they're on the same level. What do you think, Dylan?
B. This sucks. Bunch of shitty covers. Bunch of shitty covers. The Melvin songs sound like ass. I really don't like this. I listened to it like 12 years ago and I haven't listened to it again.
Nice.
Lewis, I think you like this one, right? Or am I wrong?
I still like it. I love
Yeah.
it actually.
Going into B tier.
Uh,
Oh my gosh, is it?
Yeah, it's a B tier. Yeah, I really like. I love the concept of this album when they made it. It like made no sense for them to make it. Kind of like that they did it. It was just like it just felt like something they wanted to do that was true. I love seeing Melvin songs because I think the Melvin songs are a lot of fun. I love the audio. I just love the recording concept of this, like with that gritty feel.
Yeah.
I think this is great. I mean,
The
obviously, if
production
you're
is
in,
really good on this. I agree with you.
you're
It's-
if you're in this for like just like you like no effects, I could get why you wouldn't like it. But since
Yeah.
like for me, it just felt like you said, it is a much better version of what they were trying to do in the '80s, and like it
Mhm.
felt like putting a pin on that shit. Like, look, we were just bad then. We're competent at what we're doing. So
Yeah,
I kind of love it. So I'm giving it a B. I think it's better than a lot of these other ones we've looked at. So.
Yeah.
They somehow managed to make an agnostic front song even worse.
Oh, I disagree with that.
That's funny.
All
I
right.
like this.
all right,
I
what's
like this better than Friend or Foe, the original. Strokes. No offense, Roger Murray and your gang of guys.
All right.
So,
So Elliot, it's back to you, and I'm definitely missing songs on this too. So if you have that
I
track
feel like
list,
every time it comes to me, it's like the worst fucking EPs.
Well, this is the 7-inch
yeah,
this
version, John. The other ones are just
Yeah,
like,
so the other one has I Believe in Goddess, My Stepdad's a Cop, My Stepmom's a Dom,
Okay.
Wore Out the
Banger.
Souls of My Party Boots, 2012 version, and New Year's Resolution.
okay. So too good and too bad.
Party
Yeah,
Boots is awesome.
Yeah, Party Boots rips.
yeah, Party Boots, but it's like a redone version. I'd prefer the original they did on the Greatest Songs Ever Written.
Yeah.
Also Stoke Extinguisher, the two tracks you have listed here are like not bad, but My Stepmom's a Dom, My Stepdad's a Cop is awful. Song.
Yes.
So one of my least favorite NoFX
I
songs.
agree.
Absolutely terrible. Slap it in the C tier. I think. Let me look here. Yeah, C tier. It could go in C tier.
Okay.
So
All right, Dylan, what do you think?
The Tony Sly cover is really good.
Hmm.
I like that a lot. Stoke Extinguisher just kind of sounds like a contrived no effect song. Sorry if I'm lagging, by the way. The internet's not very good here.
Did you say
Um,
C or B?
C is in Charles.
Okay.
Yeah, the Tony Sly cover is great. The title track is okay. It doesn't really do much for me. I just think they're like, let's try to make like a '90s no effects sounding song, and I guess that's what they did. Yeah, I mean it's not like anything that stands out though.
All right. Lewis, up to you. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm with you guys. I put this one in the C tier pretty much for all the reasons you said. I mean, I judged it just on these two songs, which are fine, but then I did go see those other versions that were released in the CD, and my God, the stepmom's a Dom and stuff. I hate that fucking song.
Me
It's
too.
so
That
bad.
song is
Like just
one
the idea
of
that
the
it was
worst.
associated.
Yeah,
I
one of the
do.
worst
I think
stuff
I
on the
like. I think I like the remix version of Party Boots. Like I don't know if I even remember the difference between the two. To be honest, I got to go listen to it. But that song just rips in general.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah.
I just don't know
Yeah,
if I
it's a
give
C,
it
though.
credit. Yeah, it's like sounds like they're just tacking on songs to extend the
Yeah.
EP.
I don't
But-
like this doll as much as I like the original dolls on Valium. So C tier.
All right,
Yeah,
so
sure,
so Stoke Extinguisher, I like it. I love, like Dylan said, the Tony Sly cover. That's the one Frenzel covered too, right? Shortest Pier. I could be wrong.
Yes, I believe.
I don't remember.
check.
Then you said Goddess, which is awful. What was the other one?
Yeah. The other one was My
Stepdad.
Stepdad's a
Oh,
Mom, My Stepdad's
awful.
a Cop. New Year's Resolution.
Good.
Revolution.
And
Oh
okay.
yeah, Revolution. Yes.
So there's 4 good songs on this thing. Shoot. God damn it. This would be I actually like most of this. And it's got a decent amount of, I guess, originals. Kind of.
What year was this one?
2012, I think.
2012, 2011, I think,
Okay.
something like that.
Was it before Coaster?
No.
2013.
This was after self-entitled, I think.
Oh, okay. Maybe
Yeah,
that's why I'm so
'cause all
sour
the-
on it too.
Yeah, it came after.
Yeah, all the
Self-Entitled.
CD tracks on here were from the singles that led up to the album.
Yeah.
Because I remember they
Okay,
did
yeah.
like 3 7-inches leading up to it, and it was like, this one's good, this one sucks, this one's good. It was like so up and down.
Yeah.
I have no warm feelings about this one because of that era. No effects. I hated self-entitled so much that like really blacked out for me.
Same.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, I feel good with my C. I'm gonna
Oh
stick with
man.
it.
What in
I
the
remember
world is
buying
Dylan's
CD.
last B gonna be? Like, is anybody else really
I
watching?
might have to make an
It's gonna,
adjustment
Yeah.
it's gonna
here
be
because
it's gonna be half record.
You're gonna have
It's
to,
half record. Yeah, his favorite record.
There's gonna be a mulligan coming for Dylan. I'm 100% sure about.
I don't
this.
think so.
I mean, I
He's
think I
gonna-
know what I'm gonna do, but yeah. Why don't I do
Oh no,
this
it's
one?
hepatitis.
Okay.
Oh no, here it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is your last B.
All right. Let me get it out of the way. So move up hippie to B.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
This will go in D.
That's
This
fair.
is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the book and I was contemplating like, cause this came as like a bundle with the book. You could get the
Yes.
book itself, or you could get this with the book.
Should have just got
And
the book.
I got the book secondhand. And then I listened to somehow I listened to this on YouTube or something, and I was
The guy who
vindicated
just
in my.
recorded it with his cell phone, played the record. Is that how
No,
you-
I heard some like decent recording of this. Maybe there was a digital download someone shared with me.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't waste any money on this coming with the book because it's just a bunch of garbage. And I don't think they talked it up as being much more than that. They were like, here's just a bunch of really old bad songs, basically.
I think
So
that's what they did, yeah.
it lived up to its billing. They didn't really hype it up or anything, but yeah, these are
Did they write
unlistenable.
Did they write a song for the book called Hepatitis Bathtub? Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't just make a 7-inch with that song and then like maybe a new one or a demo or something instead of just adding.
Because this
like,
was easier
4
to just put a bunch of terrible old songs on this.
Yeah.
Man, sometimes I feel like NoFX really just exploits their fan base. So, but go ahead, Lewis. What do you think?
That's capitalism, baby. Yeah, I mean, this is the type of record that you read the book and then you listen to this and you're like, wow, I really wish those 4 guys didn't survive all those bad things that happened to them. Like, this,
That's so terrible.
like, I mean, you're just like, how the fuck has this band ever become good? Yeah, this sucks. I mean, this is.
Did you read the book?
I did. I like
Yeah,
the book.
yeah, the
I
book
like
is
the
good.
I'm joking, obviously, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's obviously putting your worst foot forward to say like, yeah, like course all this shit happened to us. Look how shitty and bad we were. But yeah, this is a D. I mean, there's no chance of this ever being good, or I'd ever want to listen to this again. So yeah.
Yeah, this is the worst album on the list. It's the musical equivalent of a hepatitis bathtub. So I'm gonna go
hepatitis milkshake, more like it.
Oh God, that they served the cheese in? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is D for me as well. It's awful. I listened to it on YouTube. There was a quality recording on YouTube. There was one of some guy just recording it with his cell phone. And it was awful. And I was like, there's no way this is the only recording of this thing. I guess no one really cared enough about it, but there was one other one. And it's terrible. It's just a bunch of really shitty 80s NoFX songs. Like some of the worst ones. Like the 4 worst ones. And I guess that's what it's supposed to be.
I think there's a substantial gap between the first 3 EPs and this one. Personally. Like this is by far the worst.
Oh yeah, no, by a huge amount. This is the worst thing NoFX has ever released. It is even worse than a record that is coming up. So,
and I mean, to their point, what Dylan said, like, I think they know that. Like, they recorded this in a basement, I think, and like it was just something they never released in the '80s when they were bad because it was so bad. I mean, it's
like if it wasn't good enough to make it on anything, then yeah, it tells you enough.
Yeah, definitely. When you say it like that, go ahead and mulligan it up to A tier for me.
Yeah.
Next.
No, but I think it is definitely some fan service. Like, I don't think this was like trying to.
It is what it is. It's just kind of like, I don't know. I'm like, this is what you're bundling your book with.
Like, is it even fan service if it's this terrible? Like,
it's like fan disservice.
I think that's kind of how NoFX does fan service, though. No, I mean it's kind of about disappointing their fans. It feels like, but it's all right.
5 or 6 songs that didn't make So What If We're on Mystic.
Yeah, I know.
I want that collection. That's crazy. The 5
comes
or
with
6 songs
it comes with a vomit bag.
Mystic.
Yeah, this album sucks. All right, let's get down to everybody's favorite album.
All right, Lewis, this is to you.
I'm a rat and I don't want to hear your sermon. I'm affirming.
There you go.
Well, I don't think this is going to come as a huge surprise since we did a live react to this one, but the newest NoFX EP released, 2024? I mean,
last month, 2 months ago.
F album.
We reacted to it a year ago.
Looking at that list down there of my D's, Hepatitis Bathtub and
you want a mulligan?
Mystic Collection. No,
trying to mulligan?
It is, no, I'm not. But it's clearly the best one of those, I would say. But it's, well, maybe Mystic, some of it's got its own charm.
Yeah.
But man, this sucks. I mean, we talked about it. We were pretty harsh on this record on the live stream. I still stand by it. I tried to listen to it again. I mean, oh my God, some of these songs.
Why would you do that?
Abysmal. I know. Well, I wanted to see if we were being overly harsh, man. But like, damn, like the last drag.
Everyone is John was being overly generous originally.
Fuck me. I mean, like, I'm a Rat is like, I think by far the best song. It's like okay, just okay. I mean, just disappointment. You know, like. And whatever, the band's wrapping up and good. I think it's probably the right time. But yeah, this album is trash. Yeah. So it's a D. They should have just left these ones on the scrap heap or threw it into like a B side of like one of the forthcoming. Yeah, this is not good. So I don't know.
Chronicles.
I don't know who listens to this and is like, this is awesome. Like, I don't get it. Like, I feel like you have to have
there's
some type of, you know, the brainworms that people talk about. That's brainworms for me. That's punk rock brainworms to think this is a good record. But
a lot of people brainworms, dude. So
yeah, I'm sorry. It is what it is.
It's just like crazy that this is what NoFX has turned into, right? Like if you look at the late 90s, mid 90s, early 90s, 2000s, like how did this happen? It's just, this is like, albums like this is the reason that bands break up, like before it gets to this point. I would take the first 3 EPs over this because I feel like Lewis said, they have some charm and it's understandable. Like they were kind of a new band. Like they've been a band like 40 years. Like this is just like sad that this is even exists. I hate it. I hate double album. I hate single album. So it's a D. It's a big D. It's not as bad as Hepatitis Bathtub, but it's pretty damn bad. What do you think, Elliot?
Big D and the Hepatitis Bathtub. All right.
Yeah. I mean, this is in the D tier. This is an awful EP. I said a lot about it when we did the ranking, or we did the first reaction to it. My new least favorite NoFX song was in this, which is "The Last Drag," which is in the top 5 worst NoFX songs ever. It is absolutely a drag, so I guess it's thematically correct. But yeah, this is awful. Like, I'd rather listen to the Mystic Collection, 100%.
Yes.
It's just a bunch of shitty 80s hardcore songs. It's fine. It is what it is. It's a bunch of teenagers playing punk music. This is like a bitter old man's vanity project before he breaks up his band and starts doing Broadway. That's gonna
Dude, like, are they even gonna, like, I could see them shitting out like 10 more of these. Like, people are still buying them. Like,
They'll buy it. They'll buy it. Yeah, they'll buy the variants.
All right, Dylan. Dylan, is this really going in the C tier?
I might need to make one more adjustment here.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like, what the fuck are you gonna do, man? I can't believe you think
he's
the
like,
hardcore
can we
record is worse
lower?
than this?
He's like, can we lower Timmy the Turtle?
Yeah. The hardcore
So
record is way better than this, buddy.
I dislike both of them for different reasons. One, because I don't like the way it sounds, and
Yeah, so
it's just a bunch of shitty covers. And then this one because it's like depressing and slow and boring, and I don't like it. So for that reason, we'll move the hardcore thing up to D, begrudgingly giving into peer pressure here.
You don't have
And we'll
to,
put a
man.
half album.
stick to your guns,
Half
dude.
album.
I put hippie in the S tier. I got a ton of shit from John.
We're just playing with you.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's a good record. It's fine.
Yeah, I have it in
No,
A.
but I mean, like,
Huh?
yeah. I mean, I
Oh,
think
you have
it'd
it
be
in
crazy.
A. I think it was Lewis who was giving me shit. So
But yeah, I'm a Rat is like the only decent song on here. I feel like the other 4 are just not very good at all. And I was a little forgiving of The Last Drag at the time, I know. But it's a bad song too. This is just a really bad release. And I think, and again, they weren't like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. You need to pre-order and everything. I think Mr. Burkett even said like these are songs that weren't good enough for the single and the double album, and they really are not good enough
the
for
4
them.
or 5 songs that didn't make it on the single and double.
I mean, if there's
album.
ever been a marketing kiss of death, like that's it right there.
Oh, he's just like, I know you guys are gonna buy it, so
That's
whatever. But yeah, he didn't lie. These were probably the worst collection of songs of the single, double, and this for
definitely.
sure. It's just
I
really,
agree.
really bad music.
Yeah, it's like the
Going to
hamburger
John's
that wasn't
point-
good enough for the Jack in the Box menu. That's what this is.
There's no sourdough.
Damn,
This is
Shane
no
throwed a Jack in the
sourdough
box.
Jack for
Fair,
sure.
fair.
No sourdough Jack here. But yeah, I mean, like, just to think, like, these sequence of albums makes like First Ditch Effort feel like a masterpiece.
Yeah,
to me.
that.
I know, it's kind of wild.
And like First Ditch Effort, I thought was okay. I thought it was an improvement over
Over
self-entitled.
self-entitled
but I
at
was
least, but I wasn't like I don't revisit it very much. But now I'm like, man, we didn't know how good
then
we
I'm
had
like,
it with
God
First Ditch.
damn! I was like, man, they could have just made 3 more of these and it would have been good. And, like,
Oxymoronic is looking like a masterpiece.
this is shit. And I mean, once again, doing their fan disservice because they just put out everything that they record and like, and hey, you'll eat it, so it's good.
Hey, you know,
Jesus Christ.
so nothing's thrown away. We don't leave scraps at the dinner table. All right.
Yeah. What are they gonna like? I mean, I could see like 20 in the year 2040, they're gonna be unearthing like these like basement tracks from the year 2024 and stuff. There's gonna be more. I'm telling you.
Here's Smelly farting into the mic for 2 minutes.
Here's-
From
here's-
1987.
Here's Fat Mike doing pluck bass with his penis. It's gonna be great. So
This is Fat Mike's new S&M like Broadway show where all the music is done with whips and paddles.
this is Fat Mike stamping on the snare drum with a drumstick up his ass, like jumping up and down. Oh my god!
We'll
so bad.
we'll wrap it up here. We're just a shade over an hour, which is pretty good for 15 albums, right?
Dude, this felt like
Great.
2 hours long. So that's kind of crazy.
Well, we had like
We were
45
getting
to
ready for
50
an hour,
minutes of a
that's why.
nonsense yeah,
That's true.
before we
I
started.
forgot about that.
It's been 2 hours, yeah.
It's been 2 hours.
So yeah, we'll wrap it up here. We don't even know what the next tier list is. I don't think so. Yeah, if you guys have a suggestion, you can join the Discord for whatever band you want us to do next. I think Goldfinger's been pushed back since October 2023. So if you want to see that, it's possible.
Against me.
Against
I'll
me,
do that one.
it's been
I'd much
floated
rather
out.
do that over Goldfinger. Jesus.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. Make sure you're subscribed if you liked the video, or if you didn't like it, leave a thumbs up. A comment down below which albums would be in your S tier, and comment below where you think we screwed up the most, because I'm sure we did. This was a kind of spur of the moment, yet announced 2 months ago, if that's even possible. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. As always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you all next time.
Peace out.